Today, welcome back to the kitchen. You're in the kitchen with me today. I'm going to be making fufu. This is actually my third time making it, and the first time I made it, I didn't eat it because I didn't like it, and that's because I didn't do my research properly. I saw a recipe online, and the person blended the cassava and the plantain together, and then they cook it. I made it. I didn't like it because it didn't have any taste. It didn't taste like anything to me. So this is my version of it. I've not seen anyone make it like this, and I actually add salt and pepper to my fufu. But normally fufu is made without any salt or pepper, or just some salt alone, because the fufu acts as a spoon of some sort to absorb the flavor from the soup or the stew that you're making with, and you're supposed to eat it with your right hand. I don't know why. Maybe for some traditional reasons, you should eat it with your right hand. So I'm using cassava, and this is a store-bought cassava, not the freshest of its kind. You can see that there's something wrong with a piece of it, and there's some wax on the cassava. So I take off all of the skin. It's a very slow process. It's a labor of love type of thing. If you don't really enjoy making it, you don't have to. You know, they have the fufu mix in the store now. They have a powdered version. You just add water and cook it on the stove top. But I like this. When I was growing up, I never used to like cassava. I haven't started to really eat cassava that much, maybe like the last 4 years, because it never really tasted that good to me. So this is a nice way to prepare cassava. I made this dish last week, and it was so good. I said, you know what, I'm gonna share it with you guys. So I'm using cassava. I'm taking off all of the skin. One thing though, do remember to remove the inner fiber. If you cook it with it, it's going to be very nasty. It's going to be like eating a piece of string. So be sure to remove the inner core. And you have to be careful with the knife as well, because the knife is actually very sharp. You don't want to cut yourself. This actually took me over an hour to prepare. That's a whole lot of time to prepare one side dish. But I guess how they prepared it naturally, they would have like a big mortar where they could beat the cassava. After it's cooked, they could beat it until it forms a paste. But I'm cooking it in the kitchen, so I'm just gonna be using like household equipment. So I'm gonna wash the cassava to make sure that it's really clean before I transfer it to the boiling water. And I'm going to be boiling it in some salt water. So just rinse it off to remove any impurities that may be on it, and then transfer it to the pot. So let's cover that and put that aside. I'm also going to be using some yellow yam as well. This is a Jamaican yellow yam. Oh my god, this is so good. This is my most favorite yam. They didn't have a lot of it at the store. I only had this small piece, and I paid like maybe like $8 for this small piece of yam. It's less than 2 pounds. But as you can see, so what I do, I remove the skin from it. Make sure you peel it, and I think it's best to wash this under running water because it's very itchy. It's going to scratch your hands. And I did have my hands scratching afterwards after making this video. I forgot how itchy the yellow yam can be, and I've had some bad experience with this yam as well. But when it's cooked, it's really good. It's very gummy. It's very elastic. It's almost like eating dumplings. So I peel this, and then I'm going to dice it up and then rinse off the yam in some water. So For future reference, if you're going to rinse it off, I would suggest you rinse it in some warm water and a running water, because you see that slime that's very it's very it's very itchy. It makes your skin itch and it will last for at least 2 to 3 hours afterwards. So you don't want to have this on your skin. So let's add this to the pot and we're going to cook it until it's soft to the touch. The cassava takes a longer time to cook than the yam, so I'm going to be adding it last. And then we're not cooking for shape anyways. We're going to be cooking it until everything is mashable. So this has been boiling for at least 20 to 30 minutes. So now you can see that the cassava is soft to the touch, making sure that I don't have any hard lumps in it. I'm using a pot and I'm also adding some more salt and some black pepper. I know traditionally it's not made with black pepper, but you should definitely try it. It adds a depth of flavor. It's almost like mashed potatoes, but more chewy. It's very difficult to describe the taste of it. Unless you have it for yourself, that's the only way you'll know. But I see a lot of videos online where they make the fufu and they don't add any ingredients to it. But I like all my ingredients to be the way how I make it. You can almost have it by itself without eating any meat stew or anything like that.
Anger. It's good for releasing anger.
It's a labor of love type of thing. I add some water to the pan so that it doesn't stick. You know what would be a good idea though? To use a mixing machine. I think that would actually work.
Alright, so this is what the finished product looks like. It's not bad. This is actually my second time making it. Very good texture. There's some lumps in it, but I like it with the lumps.
So finally, I store some in the fridge for later use, and I'm having this with some stew beef. It was really good. I really did enjoy it. If you enjoy watching this video, remember to like, share, and subscribe.